Hey guys, Cory here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming to hang out with me for another Clash of Clans video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the absolute strongest attack strategy for Town Hall 10.
Nerf this!
If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, guys. Let's jump right in here. First of all, we got Johnny Boy throwing down an awesome lavaloon attack. Now, he's actually going to be using a wall wrecker to get in the base, which you tend to see a lot more in average clans because they don't run so many hounds. Because if you're hitting a fresh base in a competitive setting against a competitive clan, most of those Town Hall 10s are running hounds, and you don't want to send a wall wrecker entry, queen in behind, to a base that is running a hound. You're not going to get any queen value. But if you know that a base has a mixed CC, or maybe you're facing a farm clan, they're running mostly mixed CCs, this is the best place to be right here. Wrecker, lavaloon entry, just gets massive value as long as there's not a hound in that CC. Of course, objectives are going to be enemy CC, enemy queen, and any other high value you can get along the way, like wizard towers, sweepers, multi-target infernos, and air defenses. Single target infernos, really not much of a threat to your Lalo. They can pop hounds a little quicker, sure, but they really don't pose hardly any threat to your loons, not compared to multi-target infernos. And guys, in case you haven't figured it out by now, the strongest attack strategy at Town Hall 10 is the lavaloon attack strategy. Incredibly powerful. Guys, this attack strategy can destroy absolutely any base. But depending on the base, depending on the defensive CC, there's gonna be different ways to go about it. And the nice thing about this attack strategy being so strong is, you know, somebody's not just going to pick up Lavaloon Army and just start wrecking bases with it immediately, because aside from being incredibly strong, which it is, it also requires a ton of skill. Look at this. This is beautiful right here. Hold on. He heals over the multi-target inferno. A lot of times you're going to freeze multis, but Johnny knows that he's got to heal on those loons, so that multi cannot touch them in that heal. It doesn't do enough damage to offset the healing, so he got way better value by freezing this Expo and 2 Archer towers over here, because they're doing enough point damage where they can actually, break down loons even through a heal spell. Guys, this base is wrecked. Look at the spells he still has left. He still has a rage and a haste completely unused. This was a fully maxed Town Hall 10, you guys, of course, because that's really the only thing we usually mess with in WHF. Swags, 3 camp space worth of spells. Guys, incredibly powerful. Now, I told you, this is the one you want to use if you suspect it's a mixed CC, or if you know it's a mixed CC. This is the best way to go. Also recommend Wrecker Lavaloon for beginner starting Lavaloon. I mean, it's powerful if you're already good at it too on the right base, but it's a really good place to start. Now, we're going to take a look at an attack strategy with Lavaloon attack strategy that's perfect for bases with hounds. Here we go, guys. Misled Mushroom coming in with an Electron attack strategy. Now, a lot of times with this, you want to clear the outer trash buildings before sending in your Electron. A lot of times your queen will clear the inner layer of defenses as well. Not uncommon to see her take out an air defense before you release your blimp or stone slammer. That way the stone slammer or blimp can get deeper into the base, depositing that electro dragon with the loon and your clone spell, or 2 clone spells, sometimes even 3 clone spells. Now, the reason this works so well versus bases with hounds in the CC is your heroes don't go in the base, so they're not going to trip the hound. The E-dragon flies, the loon flies, so none of them will trip the hound in the CC as well. So you can basically do this attack on a base that has a hound without ever having to deal with the enemy defensive CC. Now, if it does have a mixed CC, you can still try it. In fact, I have 3-starred bases with Electron, ended up having mixed CCs on fresh hits. Just make sure you have either a poison or a freeze, or sometimes even both, just depending on what you want, to either, poison that CC or freeze that CC while your E-Dragon's able to get caught up. See, look at that. E-Dragon kills the queen. Hound is never drawn out of this CC. He's going to be able to send all those hounds and loons across the base and not have an issue. Nice thing about only using 1 clone spell. Of course, you're not going to get as much value if you only clone 4 loons in there, but nice thing about it is you have a lot more spells for the back end. In this case, he's got that heal spell extra. So this actually ends up being like an extra heal spell and an extra haste, so it gives you a lot more flexibility with your Lalo as he's coming into these 2 wizard towers. He could use a healed spell, or more likely ending on that multi-target Inferno. He's going to be able to use this heal spell right into that, and that multi-target Inferno all of a sudden not scary at all. If you got a heal spell, it's not scary at all. In fact, it's not doing any damage to your loons if they're in a heal spell. So absolutely perfect way of dealing with the base with the Hound and CC. Now guys, after this one wraps up, we're going to ×2 because we know this base is wrecked. He's got lots of loon left, only 1 air targeting defense left on the board in that archer tower, just a matter of time. Now we're going to check out the absolute best lavaloon attack strategy, I guess lavaloon variation, there we go, for fresh hits on bases. This attack can be used and it can be very successful versus a Hound or a mixed CC. Let's go check it out. Here we go guys. Queen charge lavaloon. If you know how to queen charge a Hound, it's actually no problem at all. Maybe not quite as fun as charging mixed CC, but still, once you know, and I'm going to tell you the tip too to charging Hounds to help you get through it and not time fail and not even worry about it. You can queen charge Hounds all day long. It's really not a problem at all if you know this little trick. Here we go. So he had a baby dragon on the left hand side, funneling that side for the queen. King on the right side. There's a lot more HP over there and a lot more buildings in general. So once he pops his king ability, his king can speed up and get that funnel established, and that's what he does right there. His king wasn't low on health. He popped the ability because he needed that funnel set. He knew he needed that funnel set, and that king's ability gives you that extra control to get that done. Just like on all lavaloon attacks, your same objectives are going to be there. Enemy CC, enemy queen are the ones that you have to get. His queen was super low. He had to end up popping her ability as well, and did actually have a mixed CC here, but I'm sure in the attacks coming up we're going to see some examples of charging a Hound CC. Basically, the trick for charging a Hound is you don't drop the poison as soon as it comes over to you. You wait until it's right on top of your queen's rage. Your queen's locked onto the Hound, alright? Usually you got to rage the queen, otherwise that loon will kill her. Rage the queen and healers. And then when that Hound is at about half health, that is the point where you drop the poison. The reason for that is it can still help kill the loon and slow the loon damage, but mostly you want to have that poison still around by the time the Hound pops to help kill those lava pups. Otherwise, your queen has to chase around, I don't even know, like 12? It takes some serious time, and you're going to end up time filling your queen charge attacks, unless you know that trick for queen charge and Hound CCs. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, this guy had all kinds of corner Teslas, and Martin here didn't save any loons for those outer Teslas. I'm bad about that too. Like, you're supposed to save a loon or two in case of troll Teslas. I never do. I'm the absolute worst about it. And guys, this base is wrecked. Queen charge lavaloon, best fresh hit attack strategy for Town Hall 10. It requires some skill, but lavaloon is absolutely the most powerful. There's just no such thing as a Town Hall 10 base that cannot be lavalooned. All right, and by a skilled attacker, you know, I'm not talking about you get it on your 20th try. If it's a skilled attacker, maybe 2 or 3 tries tops, all right? It is that strong in the right hands. The key is to get good at it. Let's ×4 this. He swags a free spell on this one. And guys, the video is not over. I got plenty more examples for you. And now that we're over the basics, I can kind of hone in on the specifics of loon drops and that sort of thing. So let's go check some more out right now. Coming in next, we got As Need. With, once again, doing another queen charge lavaloon, but that's not all I have to show you. I have a few more towards the end to show you as well. Some really, really nice attacks. And here we go. Once again, funneling on the left with the king, funneling on the right with the baby dragon. I gotta tell you, that's pretty standard for me too. If I standard cook up a queen charge army to practice with, I usually got a baby dragon for one side of the funnel and the king for the other side. Looks like he's got some wall breakers here. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, he's going to be breaking in right there. That free spell was to nullify that multi-target Inferno so he could get the wall break in there, but the wall breakers do not cooperate. They go to a couple different areas, and so he ends up having to use his jump a little bit early. That's okay. He's still going to get plenty of value from in there. Once again, we've got a mixed CC. Now you can easily see the objectives here from where he's charging in. He's got access to this channel right here, which is going to give him plenty of access to get to that enemy queen. Plus, when your queen gets in a channel like that, she can reach generally a lot more defenses inside the base, creating much nicer pathing around the outside of the base for the loons. Now, worth noting here, he's not using the stone slam or a wall wrecker to get in the base. That way he's got to use it. He has it to use on the backside. Now, if I look at this, when you're thinking about where to start your lavaloon, you're going to want to look at which sweepers are left. All right, we got a sweeper up right over here. It's not the only factor, but it is a big one. All right, so if you were to come in and do lavaloon from this side of the base, you're going to be fighting that sweeper most of the way. It can be done, but if you don't have to do it, don't do it. All right, so if you come in from this direction, first of all, check out this wizard tower. The air defense is right behind it. A single hound is going to tank every single one of these 4 defenses, and they are lined up in an exactly straight line. Your lavaloon pathing doesn't get any better than that. So for me, I'm starting on lavaloon right over here. Let's see if Asneed is feeling the same way as I am. Now, this set, it is worth mentioning, there's no air defenses close to here, so you could get okay stone slammer value. Yeah, there we go. He's starting exactly where I thought he was going to start. Now look at this. So we saw that really great pathing. Now right up in here, in this area, there is no air defenses, so Hound would just path across and ultimately leave those loons exposed. If you're fast with the haste, it can be done. But if you have the Stone Slammer, that is the perfect thing to use in an area where there's no air defenses, or at the very least, air defenses are already being covered up by a Hound. So I love the choice that he made in the pathing and lavaloon deployment right here so far. Generally, when I'm deploying loons, I start heavier. My first couple groups of loons might have about 5, anywhere from 4 to 6. I'd say 5's an average. If I'm going straight into Expos, Wizard Towers, that sort of thing, really heavy area, I might even start 6 on the first one. But after that, you don't need quite so many loons generally as you're working your way around the base. Direct targeting defenses usually go down to about 3 loons. Unless you're direct targeting Wizard Tower, you got to send in at least 4, or an Expo. Those guys have a lot more HP, so they take usually 4 or 5 loons to get on that one shot. But here we go, guys. Base is wrecked. Absolutely annihilated. Not an issue at all. And he had a wall breaker fail too. So I mean, that wasn't even the original plan. He had a wall breaker fail and still crushed this base super hard. And Asneed here is very good at holding on to extra loons. In fact, he's going to swag 2 of those loons all the way through to the end. Let's check out another one. Next attack, also by Johnny Boy. You might remember him from the Wrecker lavaloon that we started out this video with. Now, this is going to be another Electron, but this time using 2 clone spells. And, hold on, I gotta pause. Using a Hound to cover for the blimp. So that Hound, that's a suicide Hound right there. That Hound's only job is to allow that blimp to get deeper into the base, because usually with an Electron, you want to make sure you get the Queen with that E-Dragon. And there's just no way you do that with a blimp on this base unless you're using a Hound to cover for that blimp to get it further in. But let's check out how much value he gets. Oh, and we're doing Electron into a mixed CC here, but he has a poison for the archers, so it is okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He didn't clone any of those loons. How did he even triple this? He had the poison down. He didn't clone any loons at all, and yet the E-Dragon is still in there getting value just on the chain lightnings. He's going to be able to pull together this Lalo with two Hounds, 19 loons, only 2 hastes and a freeze, and some suicide heroes. Key thing here is they did that Electro Dragon got down the CC, but man, this is an Electron gone wrong. Right here, you can tell I didn't watch this replay ahead of time. This goes to show just how powerful lavaloon is. He's going to be able to come back from this no problem. That was insane, you guys. Completely missed the loons with the clone spell. You didn't see any cloned up loons in there. That was like basically 2 clone spells swagged, or 6 spell space. It was just not even needed on this attack. Absolute insanity. Queen's over there getting some good value. Still has to pop her ability. She's just outside of the reach of that multi until she walks around the corner and grabs it. Poor base design right there. Here we go. Getting that other multi was huge because he doesn't have any heals. He doesn't have a Grand Warden ability. Look at this, guys. We've got some advanced stuff. First of all, he's direct targeting this Wizard Tower in here. And this is a Wizard Tower and Expo combination that is immediately going to be hit by that multi-target Inferno. So if I'm doing that loon drop, I'm getting at least 6, if not 7 loons in there. Those are high HP defenses, also covered by a lot of damage. Of course, they're being tanked by the Hound for now, but that Wizard Tower, you know, that Hound over here on this air defense is going to be out of range of that Wizard Tower. So that Wizard Tower is going to be hitting those loons very shortly. If I had to play a freeze on here, I would play it directly between these 2 defenses so that I get the Wizard Tower and the multi-target Inferno frozen. Let's see how Johnny plays it. Oh, sure enough, called that, hasting the 6 or 7 loons so they could take care of the dangerous ones. He also had a massive group up top because he knew that they would have to go in and take on that multi-target Inferno. Also a very high hit point defense, so lots of loons to get into it. Look at this. Oh my god, he took that really unfortunate Electro opener and he crushes this base super hard. Super hard. He has an unpopped hound. He's got like 20 loons in a pack over there. Are you kidding me? This was an Electron that went terribly wrong. I would have just been mad immediately. As soon as I missed cloning the loons, I would have just been mad. Johnny keeps it together and annihilates this base. Lavaloon, very powerful attack, guys. Let's check out another one. Misled Mushroom back in action with that single clone Electron, and he is using the Stone Slammer, not a blimp. Benefit of using the Stone Slammer with your Electron is you can send that thing from any side of the base that you want. One thing that I usually like to do with it is to clear an outer air defense, like right here. I bet you anything his queen's going for this air defense. And also you want your heroes, baby dragons, whatever, to clear the outer trash on the outside of the base. Even if there's no defenses there, you'd still want to do that, because otherwise the E-Dragon might get off a chain inside the base, turn around, and start cleaning trash, which is not getting you value. It's not taking out defenses that are going to help you in your Lavaloon. So look at that. That air defense goes down. He's got a single loon going in there. That loon's job is to take out the Seeking Air Mine that is usually by air defenses. Boom! There we go. Takes out that black Seeking Air Mine, leaving a directly targetable Expo right there. Tons of value away from sweepers, away from air defenses. This is like an Electron wet dream right here. As long... Yeah, he's gonna get some great value here. E-Drag immediately locks onto the queen. She's done. Now he's going to work on the rest of the buildings. Oh man, he's actually stuck on the Skellies. And he actually doesn't even wait for that E-Dragon. He gets his Lavaloon in immediately, and he's got more spells than Johnny Boy had because he only decided to use the one clone spell. So he's got an extra haste or an extra freeze and a heal spell as well, and that can come in super handy when you're having to deal with multi-target Inferno bases, which if you're on any sort of competitive base at this level, they're all going to be running multi-target Inferno. So you know, little harder to lalo than a single target Inferno, sure, but manageable if you know how to work the spells right. Either freezes or heals. I prefer heals. A lot of guys deal with them really well with multiple freezes. I'm just not that used to freezing during Lavaloon yet, so it's not for me, but also very effective, guys. This base is wrecked, absolutely demolished. Beautiful attack by Misled Mushroom, guys. One more Lavaloon attack strategy for you in this video, and then we're going to call it a day. Let's check it out. Here we go, guys. Last attack that I'm going to be showing you today by As Need. He's going to be jumping straight into this base, and check out these 2 loons right here. 3 loons, actually. They're going to take out that cannon and the army camp that was touching it. Since it was touching it, the splash damage took it out as well. So instant funnel on that side with those 3 loons. So keep that in mind when you're looking to create a funnel. Sometimes just straight up loons is the way to go. King dealing with a little bit more buildings on the right and actually wants him to continue walking down this wall and cleaning, and that's exactly what's going to happen if he doesn't decide to backtrack into the jump spell. There we go. I thought he might do that. He was on the other side of the wall. He was physically much closer to that archer tower than that other barracks right over there, so I thought that might happen. When that happens, it can be scary because sometimes he will steal the healers from your queen. He gets a lot closer to defensive structures like air defenses, so the healers end up getting shot down. Nice Coco Loon there. Oh my god, you guys, that Coco Loon pulled out 2 Seeking Air Mines, 2 red air bombs as well. One of them actually made it back to the healers, but that's okay. They don't do that much damage to healers. Not enough to be consequential. It's the Seeking Air Mines, the black ones you don't want hitting your healers. There we go. Nice example of delaying that poison spell just long enough that it's going to have an effect on those pups. Look at it. Lasting long enough to kill about, 10, probably 8 of those pups. About half the ones that came out over there. And once again, we're seeing that Stone Slammer used in an area where there is no air defenses. Also, no sweeper coverage. They can't be hasted, so a sweeper can really delay a Stone Slammer almost forever. So finding an area with no air defenses, it's gonna get a ton of value like it is, and no sweepers in that area helps as well for that maximum Stone Slammer value. And that enables them to start on a side of the base where there was no air defenses really tanking. Stone Slammers really helped us start lavaloon from any side of the base that we want, any side that pathing looks better on. Now that Stone Slammer finally goes down, bringing in those max loons into the base at full health, and that Wizard Tower and that Expo are just not going to be able to keep up with those max loons, guys. This base is wrecked. Another beautiful attack by Asneed. He still has 4 loons that he has not even placed yet. They're very nice once all the defenses are down to drop a loon in a problem area. If you're short on time, they can help with cleanup. Of course, they're very slow, but they do so much damage. They get the building down really, really fast, and that generally helps make for a pretty good cleanup time, but he's not going to need him on this. He had plenty of time. He's going to swag 4 of those loons. Did not even need him, guys. So there you go. Lavaloon, Town Hall 10. Absolutely the most powerful attack strategy if you know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing yet, cook up these armies, get your practice in, take a look at your loon pathing, practice your haste placement, your heal placement, all that kind of stuff. Get good, and it is going to serve you well for the rest of Clash of Clans. I mean, this is an attack strategy that's always strong, no matter what gets buffed, what gets nerfed. You never really see them nerf Lavaloon because they know it's a highly skilled attack. So if you get good at this attack, guys, you are set for the rest of your Clash of Clans career. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? I'm making Clash of Clans videos for you every single day. And friends, I'll see you in the next video.